Okay, hello. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, guys. So, yeah, thank you so much. So, guys, we are going to start with Python. Sorry, we are going to start with Power BI. And it's 15 days session, guys. And let me tell you very honestly that it's a kind of like a drag and drop, like a tool. Definitely a very powerful tool. But at the end of the day, guys, a very important thing before I want to convey before starting the session is if you're not guys trying to engage into the session, or if you're not trying to like create a chart along with me, or if you're not trying to create a formula along with me, so definitely, probably after one or two sessions, you start like feeling a little bit bored or a little bit like a burden on you. So what I want, and even whenever I'm taking these kind of a sessions, like because I think it has been like 3 years with PPDC. So whenever we are conducting these kind of a sessions, I always trying to make sure to like everyone that all of you should trying to create whatever I'm trying to create, whatever I'm trying to show, what like because definitely guys, let's say if there's any like a coding tool, if I took a session of Python, or maybe if some C++ or anything else, then in that scenario it is quite it is fine that if you're not writing the code, or if you're not like creating something at the same time, because definitely at a time you need to first understand it, and then probably you can practice it at home. But with Power BI, guys, it is a bit different because over here we are not writing the code. We don't need to write the code anywhere. So at the end of the day, guys, it is going to be a step-by-step process. Let's say for creating any chart, or for creating any formula, for creating any new column. So it is going to be a step-by-step process only. So definitely, guys, if you miss the process, or if you miss that like any particular step over here, then definitely you need to completely dependent on the recording, and then in that way there's no like meaning of like this live class. Okay, so it's my humble request, guys, to all of you that like try to be into the session, because 15 days is actually more than enough for like the subject like Power BI. If you want to be a good Power BI developer, if you want to be if you want to learn, like let's say the advanced Power BI, so definitely, guys, 15 days are actually more than enough. Okay, but definitely, I just need your attention. I just need your like communication. I just need your like interaction into the session. That you should ask a query. You should try the same thing, whatever I'm developing into the session at the same time, so that at the same time, if you stuck anywhere, you can directly ask me. Okay. So, guys, first, please let me know that because you guys are already aware of this like a program, and since you register for it, you see the name of that program. Okay, that we are going to learn something called Power BI, and we are going to develop like some business analytics like a method over here. So before I start, guys, with the code definition, like what is business analytics, what is data analytics, and like the AI tool. Before I'm going to get into this definition, advantage, disadvantage of like a particular tool, I want to first know from your end that how many of you already installed or having this particular software into your system, Power BI Desktop. Yeah, guys, did you already install this software into your system?
Yes, we have installed the desktop version.
Okay, so yeah, we actually want a desktop version, because I cannot definitely like assume that all of you are coming from the as a working professional or the working background. So definitely you need a desktop version only. And fine, guys, those who have not installed like this particular software. So before starting the session, let me give you the links to install this particular software, so that In a meantime, when I first discuss about this tool, I first discuss about like what is data analysis, what is business analysis. So in that meantime, guys, you can try to actually install this particular software. Okay, so let me share the link with all of you, and I'm sending guys the link of the latest version of like let's say this Power BI. I'm copying the link. And now I can see that many of you have written no, so it's completely fine. So I'm sending the link, guys, in a chat box. Uh, this is of around 643 MB, so it definitely takes a time. No worries. We have enough of time. So in the meantime, this software would get like downloaded, and then you start with the installation process. In that meantime, guys, we are going to talk about what is, let's say, the data analysis and what is actually the about this tool, like what is Power BI, how it is, how I can actually rate it as a so powerful like a tool. Okay, so let me share my screen. I hope, guys, all of you got the like a link. Yeah. Okay, so now let me share my screen, guys, with all of you. Okay, so first of all, guys, if I talk about this particular tool, what is like a Power BI? So it is a business intelligence and data visualization tool that actually convert a data from different sources into interactive dashboard and BI reports. Okay, now guys, before in starting this, I first want to ask you like what do you understand and what do you mean by a data analysis?
Hi Shivam, Zeba here. So when we talk about analysis of a data, it generally means, for example, if I am a teacher and I have to, record the progress of my students, so I will analyze that data in the form
Hmm.
of a report card, and then based upon the semester wise, I mean fourth semester, second semester, and in the third semester, I can say that the progress based upon how the students started and what do they have by the end of the year is the representation of that data, and it helps me to analyze what position a particular student would secure, right, and how many students are good in what subjects and what are their areas of improvement. I mean, this was the basic example of data analysis.
No, great. Actually, yeah, I think it's a great example, and you actually took an example to like explain this particular term, and it's completely right, guys, that data analysis means you just try to find a way to get more and more insights, or I can say the information from your data. As Zeba stand that, okay, let's say if I talk about the educational form, or if I talk about the students' data. So yeah, we can take that. We can talk about multiple things over there, like what is that? Maybe the maximum mark is scored by any student. What maybe the lowest mark is scored by any student. Then definitely, if there are multiple subjects, so what may be the aggregate for each subject? Okay, so in that way, and let's say if there's a comparison between different like sections, or if there's a comparison between different schools. So yeah, we can even try to get to know that where any particular sections are standing. Okay, so which particular section having the highest aggregate marks in terms of average in comparison to other sections. Similarly, we can do the comparison between let's say male and female, or like girls and boys in term based on their like the average marks. So all these like analysis, guys, all these like insights, the numbers which we are getting, that is what we call the data analysis. Now, exactly for the same purpose, for the same idea, not only with respect to the student data or not only with respect to the college data, for any XYZ data, for any real world scenario, if I talk about the e-commerce industry, if I talk about retail sector, if I talk about banking sector, if I talk about finance sector, so for any such industry, we can actually look at the data. We can actually get more and more insights. Like if I take an example of any website, any e-commerce website, Amazon or Flipkart. So our data analyst over there, what maybe the work for the data analyst working in a Amazon. So for that particular person or for that particular employee, he need to check that from which particular reason the company is getting more sell, or from which particular reason the company is getting more profit. Okay, so the Amazon is actually selling their products in multiple regions, in throughout all the regions. Now, out of from multiple regions, from multiple states, that particular employee, that data analyst needs to find out that from which particular reason they are getting more sell or more profit. Similarly, if in terms of like categories, okay, so Amazon or Flipkart, they're dealing in multiple categories. They're not limited to just clothing or maybe one type of product. They're dealing in multiple categories. So again, if they want to check that whether they are like from which category they are getting more sell, from which category they are getting more profit, and if there is any category which is in loss, okay, so all these things can be examined, all these things can be analyzed, and that is what we call as a data analysis. Okay, and the same thing, guys, when we try to analyze it with some dashboard creation, with some let's say kind of different kind of a charts, different KPIs, then we can actually use this particular tool where we can put multiple charts, multiple KPIs, bring any new formula and all those things at one single place in this Power BI tool. Okay. Now, definitely, guys, over the year of time, this particular tool actually become more powerful because there are so many there are multiple AI enhanced let's say the charts is actually integrated inside the Power BI. Okay, so definitely guys, right now with this laptop or with the system, I'm we have some like limitation that we probably cannot use like more than 30 charts, but even that with those 30 charts, guys, which is actually there, I can show you like a lot of capability of this particular like a tool. Okay, so you can see that if I talk about the primary reason of using Power BI, so yeah, you can create a dashboard. So end-to-end information, so when I say end-to-end information means each and every information about any data set, let's say if it is a college data or if it is a e-commerce data, so end-to-end information of anything can you can actually try to put at one single place, and that is what we call a dashboard. Power BI allow real-time dashboard update. So yeah, definitely, guys. So if you take a data from some like a Google Sheet, or if you take a data from some SQL server, okay, so usually in a larger organization, in a larger firm, okay, like if I talk about any such firm, so in that case, guys, so they actually try to store their data onto the SQL because or in a database because they actually have a millions or billions of data over there. Now, definitely, if I talk about these websites, the Amazon, the OTT platform, so on a daily basis, guys, a lot of data actually has been generated. Okay. Now, definitely, you cannot just try to upload a data on a daily basis. So you just want to click on a one button and you want to see that new data, if like your chart or your numbers will be changing with that fresh data or with the fresh arrivals. Now, the same thing, guys, can be done into the Power BI dashboard. Okay, so in a real time, the numbers can be changes, the chart can be updated in a real time. Okay, so we don't need to upload a data every now and then. Uh, it is open source and reliable connection to your data source in the cloud or on premises. So it means that let's say if you're working in any organization, we are working in a team. So yeah, I can share whatever tracking or maybe any website or any dashboard if I'm creating, I can directly share to my manager or to the stakeholder through the cloud, and he or she can directly use that particular information from there itself. Yeah, definitely to offer the fast deployment, hybrid configuration, and the most important thing, which is from the organizational point of view, it's a secure environment. Okay. Now moving forward, guys, if I talk about this like a Power BI, so there are multiple components of like a Power BI we have. So if I talk about the first, the important key components, so those are the data integration, processing, and presentation. So all these three things are actually possible inside like a Power BI. So these are like some applications, guys, which is mentioned over here, like who can use like this particular tool, Power BI. So this can be used by project management office, business and data analyst, a developer, IT team, consumer, data scientist. Okay, so any of I think even more people or in the uh, uh, the person can actually use it. Okay. Uh, Now, there's a one actual drawback, guys, of this particular tool, that is it cannot accept a file size larger than 1 GB. Okay, so in that case, guys, okay, again, let me tell you that yeah, definitely it's a disadvantage, and I'm highlighting the third one because this is the real disadvantage of using a Power BI. But at the same time, guys, let me share you my thought onto this, that when we are using Power BI just for a practice. Okay, so like you and me for the next 15 days, we are using Power BI just for a learning purpose. We want to learn. We want to see that how we can work with any real world data, what kind of integration we can do, what kind of changes we can make. So in that time, guys, we actually don't require that kind of a data which is maybe of 1 GB or maybe more than 1 GB. Okay. Now, guys, this 1 GB of data is actually required if you're working for any organization or if you're working for any firm. So in that case, guys, definitely you probably have your data size can be more than 1 GB. It can even maybe more 1 GB or maybe more than 1 GB. Now, in that case, guys, uh, you can actually purchase some of the services. Okay, so with that purchasing services, you can even take maybe more amount of data over there. Okay, so definitely in that case, guys, let's say if I'm making any tracking system for my or own organization, so my organization will actually pay for that. Okay, so we don't need to worry for that particular part, and definitely for the learning purpose or for teaching purpose also, I don't maybe require to use that kind of a data which is like more than 1 GB. Okay, so that is one a disadvantage we have over here. Then the important thing, guys, yeah, I think we already talk about the architecture of Power BI. So there are four important things. The data integration. So multiple sheets can be taken, and we can work on multiple sheets at the same time. We can integrate those sheets into the Power BI. Data transformation, guys, this is again really important. So I hope, guys, that if you ever perform this data analysis thing, so you know about the data transformation. What does data transformation means? So data transformation means it might be a possibility that we don't actually have all the required information into my columns or into my data set. So sometimes we need to create some new columns, let's say for further analysis or maybe for a deeper analysis, and that is where we perform something called the data transformation. Even, guys, sometimes even when we talk about the raw data, when we try to collect a raw data, let's say if I try to collect the data by doing a Google by doing a survey, okay, by doing online offline survey. So in that case, it is quite possible that I'm not I got a lot of null values over there, or maybe if I got a data and in that data if there's some date column, so the format of that date column is not correct. Okay, so I need to I need to correct that format. Okay, sometimes it is even possible that the data type for your numbers or for your text column is also not correctly defined. So we need to perform all these steps, okay, where we need to clean up the data, where we need to change the format of the data, where we need to change the type of the data, and most importantly, we need to create more columns into my existing data set for a deeper analysis. And all those things which we actually call as a data transformation. Okay, so because we are transforming the original data into some other format. We can report or we can publish our like Power BI, like we can create a dashboard, and once you are actually your dashboard is ready, we can simply try to like publish it onto like any platform. Okay, so or we can directly try to share with our stakeholder through cloud service. Okay, so these are the this is the simple architecture, guys, of like a Power BI. So it actually carry away in just like these four steps. Okay. So yeah, guys, I hope that till now the things are pretty much clear to everyone. Any doubt to anyone till now?
Yes, Parul this side. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
Parul.
understand one thing. The drawbacks which you were talking about, you said it supports 1 GB, right? That's what you told us. But is it a kind of a paid version? Because in big organizations, they are using the Power BI. So are you talking about the free version, or is there any possibility in Power BI also that there's a free version and then there's a paid version?
Yeah, that's what I told her. Ki, like I'm right now I'm talking about the free version. So in free version, that's a limitation we have.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, so you can see the same thing has been written over here. So this is going to be the most important step, guys, we have, which is called a data transformation. So cleaning of the data, get rid of the inconsistent value, and then similarly, if I talk about it, need to create a new column, so as per the requirement. Okay. Now these are some benefits of Power BI, guys. So I think yeah, these are like some basic benefits of this particular tool, like the adaptability, secure database, compatibility, and I think, guys, the most important thing which even I observe over the period of time is this AI capability. Okay, so definitely, guys, into our session also going forward, maybe in going forward, maybe after like 5 or 6 days, we are also going to use this AI capability thing. And this AI capability thing is actually makes this particular tool is more interesting and actually more powerful. Okay. So we'll see that which are those AI generated charts or AI capable charts we have into this Power BI. Okay. Going forward, guys, if I talk about the front end and back end part, so I think that front end part is what we are going to check today. That's interface of our Power BI. So we can definitely build a model. We can calculate the measures and columns. So I told you guys that calculated measures and columns means nothing but when we try to create any new column by using the existing one. So that is where we use something called as a DAX, data analysis expression. We can design a report, we can create a report dashboard, and finally we can share it. Okay. Uh, then if I talk about it, guys, so this is what we are going to use right now and throughout the session, a free window application service, okay, because this Power BI desktop is freely available. We also have this Power BI service, the online one, okay. But yeah, even guys, for this also you need a organizational mail ID. You cannot operate this without organizational mail ID, okay. Then we have Power BI Mobile. Okay, so mobile apps are also available for iOS, Android, and Windows services. Um, so these are the three main the software tool which we can actually use anywhere. Okay. So now, guys, I think into the overview, I have already given you this link to install the software into your system. Okay. Now, please let me know, guys. I think one or two of you already installed. But let me know that how many of you, since I have given the link, so how many of you have downloaded and start the installation? And even if you have done with the installation, please let me know.
The link which you have shared is for Windows because I'm using Mac. It is not allowing me to install that.
Yeah, that is for window actually.
Yeah, so I need to check it out the free version later on.
Okay, no issues. Like those who are using a Mac, they can check it out. But yeah, the Windows user guys, did you install the application into your system, all of you?
Yes, yes, we have installed.
Okay, because I think this things I don't think that it will be good to see this thing on to let's say this particular page like through the PPT. It's better that I will take you through the Power BI report page and take a walk through step by step, like what are all the icons over there, fields over there. Okay, guys, I will wait for like 2 more minutes. Just let me know in a chat box. Just write yes in a chat box if the installation is completed, all of you. Okay, great. So I think that many of you have already installed. Let me just remove from here. Okay. Yeah. So what I can do, guys, I can open a new page for you because yeah. So just open, guys, a new blank report. Okay. So when you open a Power BI desktop, just try to go into your search bar and search for a Power BI desktop. Okay, so when you search for Power BI desktop and as soon as you open it, so on the left hand side on the top you'll get the option of blank report. Okay, so just try to click on that blank report.
Hi Shivam, I'm sorry, but due to connection lapse, I did lose what you said in the beginning of opening after you have opened the page. Could you please repeat?
Yeah, sure. So what you can do, once you install this software, just search for the Power BI into the search bar, Power BI desktop, and when you open it, so on the left hand side you'll get the option of blank report. You have to just click on it, and then this kind of interface will appear. I think the one which you are getting on my screen right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, every one of you getting the same interface right now. Yeah. Okay. So now, guys, if I now let me start with the introducing like these things one by one. And guys, I actually removed that like the floating window which is coming on the top where I can see your chats and all. So if anyone having any query in the middle of something or when I explaining anything, so you can directly just turn on, like unmute yourself and actually ask me. Okay. So now, guys, if I talk about this particular Power BI like a blank report page. So if you see the interface, guys, so the important things for us right now is we are going to utilize a few things over here at the very beginning, and even we are going to start it from today itself. Now let me show you that let's see the data set which I'm going to give you. It is right now, it is maybe into the Excel workbook, or it is maybe into the SQL, let's say the CSV file. So you can see that any kind of a data you can actually try to import into your Power BI from using this like icon over here. That's a get data. Okay. Let me check one more thing, that if I can share the data set with you right now or not. I think that okay, file is not okay, fine. Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, let me share one data set as well with you so that you guys can. Okay. Okay, guys. So I have sent you the drive link. Okay, so this is the link where I have stored my like a data set. So what you guys can do, you can try to open this link and simply try to download the data set from here. Okay. So there will be yeah, there will be one like a workbook we have with the name basic underscore charts underscore data set. Okay, so just try to download it, and then we'll see step by step that how to import a data, because that is going to the first step. And then we'll try to check all all the icons over here, that what is the use of like all these icons over here. Okay. And but we first need to talk about these pages, which is on the left hand side. You can see report view, table view, and the model view. Okay. So yeah, guys, just download that data first. Okay, done. Okay, great, guys. So now what we'll do, we'll just try to now, guys, right now the file which I have shared with you, it's a simple Excel workbook. So you can even directly try to click on this import data from Excel, and you can try to import that file. So the data file which I have shared with you, it's a basic chart underscore data set. I can open it. And guys, please try to like follow me. Okay, I just share my whole screen so that you can see like whatever happening over here. Okay, so when I try to import this data, so I'm getting three files over here. Okay, now these three files are nothing but, so you know that inside a Excel workbook there can be multiple sheets. Now since there are three sheets, so we are getting all three sheets over here. Okay. So now for a time being, guys, we can check every sheet one by one. So this is again a sheet, guys, of like some data set for e-commerce website. Okay, and you can see that I think Pragati, if you just click on that link, the drive link which I've shared with you, so you'll get a data set over there. You just need to download it. Okay, so if you make a right click, you'll get that download option and you can download it. No, it will save into your device only. Just check at the time of download what location it is showing. Even you can try to change it if it is showing some other location to you. Okay, so guys, I think that now every one of you can see this data set. So this is the very first sheet we have inside this workbook. That's the order sheet. Okay. Similarly, we have people sheet over here, and then similarly we have the return sheet over here. Okay, so there are three sheets into my data set, into my workbook. For a timing, guys, I will just try to load one sheet. Okay, because I will tell you step by step that what is the purpose of the other two sheets. And the most important thing, guys, that if you look at, if you remember the four components or the architecture of, let's say Power BI, so the very first thing written over there is data integration. It means that definitely the different sheets or different of data sets can be integrated and combined together to make for let's definitely for a deeper analysis. Okay, so that's why they are ordered sheet, and I will click on this load. Okay, so do the same, guys, as like just try to follow me. So just try to click on this load, and your sheet will be like loaded. It takes maybe a minute or maybe 30 or 40 seconds. You just need to wait for that much of time, and then you'll see that it will be loaded. Okay. Now, guys, you can see that into your Power BI, there are multiple panes you have. Okay. So you can see, guys, that on the right hand side, we have this filter pane. Okay. Then we have this visualizations pane where there are multiple charts, the options we are having. And then finally, guys, at the extreme right hand side, we have this data pane. Okay. Now, inside this data pane, guys, so whenever you try to import any data, so that particular data will directly come onto this data page. Okay, now you can simply try to click on it and you can see that what are the different columns you have into your data set. Okay, so 1 second, guys. Let me just quit some of the applications. Okay, so you can see these are all the columns we have, guys, into my data set. Okay. Now, guys, yeah, so please first let me know that how many of you have completed till this step. Data set has been uploaded for everyone. Yeah, I'm just getting one response, Samuel. Okay, other people, guys, please. Okay, great. Yeah. So I think, guys, I'm right now in the very first session. I think I'm running very slow just to make sure that every one of you are able to copy me, able to follow me in the initial steps. Okay. I think that's the only thing we have done so far. Just user. Okay. After importing the data, there's the next step we have not like proceed with the next step. Okay. Repetition. Okay, so when you just click on this Excel workbook, okay, so you'll get your data set. You can directly click on it. Okay, so once you click on that data set, you'll get the option of load. Okay, so let me show you again. I'm not going to load it, but just for your information, as you're asking for repetition, I will show you. So once you click on that, you can see that there are multiple sheets we have. So for a time being, right now, I have just loaded the first sheet, which is the order sheet. Okay, so you can click onto the load, and your order sheet means the very first sheet will be loaded. Got it? Yeah. And once you load it, you can see that into your data pane, you will getting the information about your data set. Okay, so here is the order sheet. If I just click on it, you can see the multiple columns, which is actually a part of your order sheet. Okay. Now, guys, this page, which you can see right now, you can see that what are the option coming over here that build visuals with your data. Okay, so whatever the data we have, with that data, I can try to start building, or I can start designing my visual, my like a report. Okay, so now, guys, in a Power BI report, a report will be nothing but, let's say, if I can take the first any graph over here. Okay, any XYZ graph, and I can just try to show you that okay, what kind of information that particular graph is carrying. Okay, so that is what we can we actually try to perform into this visual. Okay, so you can see that we have over here around 30 charts. So out of, I can take any of this chart, and I can take the related columns, and I can put it into that chart, and I can try to show some, let's say, the insight. Okay, but that will do later on. But now, guys, right now, this is what we call the report view. Okay, report view means where you are actually generating your reports. Okay, so it is possible that in one page you are just chart, then in another page there will be another chart, then in another page there will be another chart, and in that way there may be a set of 15 or 16 charts you can create. Okay, because you can see, guys, that at the bottom we have this page one right now. If I want to create another chart or maybe another information on a second page, I can simply click on this plus icon, and the new page will come up. Okay, so this is what, guys, the fundamental of this report view or the report page. Now, going forward, guys, on the left hand side, you have multiple options over here. So right now you are on the report view. After that, guys, we have this table view over here. Okay. Now I can click on the table view, and now you can see your data set. Okay. Now this is the now you can see, guys, that this is like a data set we have. Okay. And into this data set, guys, we have again multiple columns over here. Like we have the invoice number, we have the order date, or sorry, order ID, then order date, then ship date, then a ship mode, then customer ID, customer name, and so on. Now, guys, this is actually the specific page just to check out your data set. Okay, so guys, let me tell you a very simple thing, that whenever we take any raw data from internet, or again, I told you that by doing doing the online survey, so it is completely possible, guys, that the particular data can be a messy one. Okay, so the data can contain maybe a lot of null values. The data may contain a lot of maybe inconsistent record. Like, it is possible, guys, that the date column over here is not perfectly aligned. Okay, so it is possible that it is, so right now it is fine, but let's say in some other cases, in some other data set, it is possible that it is written as in the first row it is written as month, date, and time, and in the second row it is written as date, month, and like year. Okay, so DMY or MDY. So that kind of a inconsistency can be there. Okay, so we need to fix it. Okay. Similarly, guys, there can be some null values, NA values into the data set. Again, we need to fix it. Okay. We need to check, guys, the data type for each column. Okay, so if you just click on any column, you can see that on the top you're getting the data type. Okay, so what type of data is it? Okay, so right now it is, guys, a date column. Okay, so but let's say that the same date column is actually given in a text format. Okay, so let's say that the same thing written inside an inverted comma, so it is actually a text format. So we need to convert them into the date column. So date type. Okay, so these thing guys is what we need to check it out over here. Okay, so similarly you can see that there's a segment column. Okay, so now I told you that it's an e-commerce related data set. So you can try to check that how many unique segments are there. Okay, so there are three segments are there: consumer or corporate, home office. Similarly, you can try to check that how many unique regions are there. So there are four regions we have. Okay. Similarly, you can try to check that how many unique countries are there. So it means that we have a data of United States only. Okay. Similarly, you can try to check any column, guys. You can just try to click on that drop down, and you can see that how many unique categories are there. Okay. So all these like columns, guys, we have over here, and let's say, guys, let me tell you one more very important thing. Let's say right now into the profit column, we're getting this number. Okay, so okay, I just got it right away. Okay, so I'm just want to correct it. Okay, so there's so many things, guys. It right now I just take a clean data because in the first session I just want to tell you more about the charts. But let's say if the data is bit unclean, okay, so that bit of transformation or bit of cleaning things, you can try to do it from here itself. Okay, like let's say for this column, there's a profit column. Now into the profit column, I'm getting this number as 0.71. It means that maybe 0.7% of profit or something. But the problem is that I'm getting a lot of values after the decimal place, which makes it a bit difficult to understand, let's say, for any new user or for me also, that what exactly the profit for like on this particular item. Okay. Now, in that case, guys, you can see that if I just click on this column, so since it's a decimal value, so you can see that data type coming as a decimal. And then in the second box, guys. Okay, so there are multiple boxes you're getting it over here. So the first box tells you the structure of your data. Second box tells like about the formatting of your data, properties, and then these columns are different. So now in the second box, guys, we have this formatting option. And in the formatting option, guys, you have multiple options along with you. Okay. Like let's say if I want to convert this profit thing into the percentage, I will directly click on the percentage and the entire value will be changes and will come along with that percentage. Okay. Similarly, guys, if I want to remove any number of value after the decimal place, so you can see, guys, that there's an option we have change the number of decimal places shown for this value. Okay, it means, guys, that I can actually change it. Okay, so let's say if I make it as just 0, you'll see, guys, that I'm not getting any value after the decimal. But definitely, guys, that doesn't make any sense. So I can make it, let's say 1, let's say 2, and I guess this is fine, or maybe 3 maximum. Okay. So whatever, guys, you want to make. Okay, so if you want to make it like a 2, if you want to make it 1, if you want to make it 3, you can actually change it from here itself. Okay, so these kind of changes, guys, this kind of transformation you can do directly by looking into the data set. Okay, so this table view will give you the entire representation of your data set, and then you can actually check that if there is any inconsistency, if there is any incorrect data type, or if there is any such like issue of decimal places, you can fix it over there itself. Okay, is it clear, guys? And is it done for everyone till till this part? Yeah, great. Now, guys, this is the second like a view we have. Okay, so we talk about the report view, we talk about the table view. Now, the final view, guys, which we have is what we call the model view. Now, model view is a place where you try to integrate if there are multiple sheets. Okay, now definitely, guys, if I talk about the real world data, if I talk about the real world data, so in a real world scenario, it is completely impossible that you just have one sheet. Okay, so when you try to even take a data from internet, you definitely have multiple sheets over here. Okay, so right now, guys, I have just imported the order sheet, but you can actually that there are multiple sheets over there. Okay, so along with the order sheet, you have the people sheet and you have the return sheet as well. Okay, So now, guys, if I take those two sheets as well, and let's say that, then how I can actually connect those two sheets with this order sheet? Okay. So definitely, guys, this is maybe the master sheet, or this is maybe the main sheet we have, but we have two more sheets, and those two sheets can also be utilized for maybe some information. Okay, like we have the return sheet. Okay, so I can probably trying to check that. What percentage of let's say the order has been like returned so far. Okay, so in terms of percentage, if I want to find out that how many orders in terms of percentage has been actually returned so far. Okay, so if I want to get to know about those things, so yeah, definitely, guys, I need actually those sheets as well. Okay, now let's see, guys, that how we can actually connect those sheets over here. Okay, now for that, guys, again, first I need to get that data. Okay, so on the top itself, guys, I have this information of I have this option of like getting the data. Okay, so guys, yeah, please along with me, just try to browse the same data into your device. Okay, so we have this basic chart underscore data set. And now try to click on the remaining two sheets which we have not used earlier. So just try to click on people sheet and try to click on return sheet and then click on load. Okay, so these are the small sheet, guys. So it will not take probably more time and it will get loaded. So yeah, guys. So again, I think those two sheets also get loaded over here. But guys, now if I try to make a connection, so I'm not able to make any connection over here. The problem being is that let me now, guys. Okay, first tell me if it is done for everyone. Okay, have you loaded those two sheets, remaining sheets called people and returns? Yeah. Ah, great. Now I will go on to this table view, guys, and let me show you that those two sheets over here. So the first one is people sheet. Now, if I click on it, guys, so what is the problem over here? Why I'm not able to connect these two sheets? Okay. So actually, guys, we have the columns. Okay. It doesn't like definitely, if I want to connect, if I want to make a connection between the sheets, there should be a common column among the sheets. Okay. Now, in my first column, if I talk about the orders column, now in orders column, guys, we actually have this column called reason. If you remember, in the order sheet, we have this column called region. Okay, but right now, guys, what is happening? And we have this column of reason into the people sheet as well, but it is actually not coming as a header. It is actually coming as a part of the row itself. Okay, and that's the problem we are facing it over here, and that's why we are not able to make a connection between the sheets. Similarly, guys, if I talk about a return, now if I click on it, you can see again the same thing happening over here. We definitely have this column, guys, called order ID. Okay, and we have this column called order ID over here also, but the problem is that it is actually coming as a row, not as a header. Okay, so definitely, guys, this column one and column two need to be replaced with returned and order ID. Okay. Similarly, in the people sheet, column one and column two should be replaced with a person and reason. Okay. But definitely, guys, this thing cannot be done is directly into the table view. And for that, guys, we need something called as a Power Query Editor. Now, inside a Power BI itself, okay, so Power BI, guys, it is actually a so powerful tool that each and everything, okay, so for it, starting from integration till the reporting, you don't need to go anywhere else. Okay, inside Power BI itself, you have everything you can actually perform each and everything starting from integration, then transformation, then chart building, and then final reporting. Okay, so in a Power BI itself, guys, you can see that there's another page we have, or there's another editor tool we have called Power Creator. So if I click on this transform data, okay, so again, guys, just come on this report view and then try to click on this transform data. So we have this option, guys, over here called transform data. Okay. So just click on it. Okay. Click on it, guys, everyone. Click on the transform data. Okay. Now, guys, this transform data or this Power Query Editor is again a very powerful, like a page we have. You can see, guys, that any kind of a transformation we can do over here. And the very first and the important information, guys, which you are getting about your data set, like right now we are into the order sheet. You can see the very first and the important information which you are getting about your data set is like if your data is 100% valid or not. Okay, so you can see that if there is any error, so you'll get that like in terms of percentage, let's say that 10% error, 5% error, 2% error, or whatever it is. Okay. Similarly, in the order ID, guys, again, we have 100% valid record. Okay. So if there's any error, let's say 10%, 5%, or any empty value, you will get right away over here. Okay. You don't need to go anywhere. You directly able to get that information that your data set is probably not clean and it contains some empty record or it contains some error record. Okay. This is a very first and a very important information, guys, which you are getting it over here in your Power Creator. Okay. Now, this is the first thing. Now, guys, the reason why we are actually right now over here. Okay. So definitely
Excuse me,
we'll talk about, yeah, I
Divya,
think
I
someone
have
is
a
trying to say
question.
something.
Actually, I'm unable to see the error or the valid or empty row that's been displayed on your screen. Like I tried it in my
Okay. Okay. So did you open this Power Creator?
yes.
So just check once inside a view. Just click on a view.
Okay, just a minute. Okay.
And I guess that maybe this column quality is not taken into your case.
Yeah. Now it's visible. The column quality.
So for everyone, let's say if anyone else is having the same like a problem or issue, so you can just go into the view and see that if your column, if you click on that column quality. Okay. So now guys, right. So definitely, guys, there are a lot of things which we can actually perform or which we can actually do on this like Power Creator. So definitely, let's say if there's any well, like kind of a impurity. So you can see, guys, that we have multiple columns over here. So multiple things over here. So let's say if I want to add any column, if I want to transform something, if I want to like apply any advanced mathematical like the thing. So anything, guys, can be done over here. But for a timing, guys, I just have one simple problem that if I click on this second sheet, people, so right now I'm getting it as column one and column two, which I want to replace it with person and reason. Okay. And it's the same thing, guys, for the return. Okay. The very important thing, guys, you can see that whatever the steps you are going to apply, let's say if you like just to make a change, you are going to apply this multiple steps over here. So whatever the steps you are going to apply, like every step, guys, will come over here. Okay, so let's say if you take any step and you think that the step is probably incorrect or I don't want to perform this, so you can even try to remove that step. Okay, so for a time being, guys, I just want to make person as my column one and reason as my column two. So for that, guys, you don't need to go in any of this like a tab. You just go on to the right hand side into the home tab itself. Just click on that people column, people sheet, and then go on to the right hand side. In the right hand side, guys, in that transform section, you'll get this option called use first row as header. Okay, you're getting this option called use first row as header. Yeah, getting it, guys, everyone. So yeah, if you're getting this option, just click on it. Just click on it, and you'll see that your now the columns are actually changes, and you're getting your you're getting this as your first row, person and the reason over here. Okay, is that done?
Can you please show it again?
Yeah, just click on that sheet, and then at the right hand side you can see the transform function over here. Okay, I will change it. Okay. So just see that transform option over here, and over here you'll get the option of use first row as header. Just click on it. Done.
Yes, yes.
Okay. The same thing, guys, you have to do for the returns column as well, return sheet. Okay. So after that, just click on the return sheet, and again just click on this particular function, use first row as header. Okay. Done for everyone. Yeah, guys.
Yes.
Okay. So now, guys, once this is done, so I think this is what we actually require for a time being. So you can directly just try to click on this particular tab called close and apply. Okay, so you're getting this close and apply over here. Just click on it. Okay, and whatever the changes we have made, now that changes will be applied. Okay, so just click on it, and now you'll see that you'll get your first row, means people and reason will now become your columns. Okay, so you can just try to verify it from the table view. Okay, so once the change data has been uploaded, now you can just click on the table view. Now in the table view, guys, you can see that now you're not getting the column one and column two, you're getting the person and reason. Okay. And now, guys, since it is done, and every sheet, guys, there's one common column. Okay. So it is actually required, guys, that every sheet there should be one common column. So now, since we are actually having one common column in every sheet, I can simply try to click on this model view, and I can see, guys, that now the relation actually has been made. Okay. So definitely, guys, this column order is actually having the relation with the return, because direct relation. So you can see, guys, that there's a direct relation between orders and return sheet, because we have this common column over here called order ID. And then this sheet, guys, order is actually having the relation with the people column as well through this column called reason. Okay, so if you even click on it, you'll see that which are the common columns we have. Okay, so the common columns will get popped up over here. Okay, so if I just click on this relation, you can see that the relation is because of that reason. Similarly, if you click on let's say this relation, so you can see that the relation is because of this order ID. Okay, so they're able to create that this direct relation among themselves with that because of that like a common column, guys. Okay, is it done for everyone till here? Yeah, guys.
Yes, done.
Okay, great. So yeah, guys. So just give me 2 minutes, guys. I will drink some water and continue from here. Just give me 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, guys. So yeah, let's continue. Yeah. So till now, guys, is there any doubt or is there any question to anyone? Okay, then guys, directly come on to this report view and let's start. Let's see that how we can create some of the basic charts in today's session. Okay, so in today's session, guys, we are not going to take a more advanced thing or more advanced, let's say the calculation or the formula. I will just show you definitely some basic but powerful steps in Power BI, like how to create some chart and even the most important thing that by using those charts, how what kind how to collect that important information from our data set. Okay. So now, guys, as I already discussed that, let's say that this is a superstore data set, or this is a let's say some e-commerce related data set. Definitely for one country only, but yeah, it's an e-commerce data set. Now, in this e-commerce data set, guys, we have a lot of columns into this data set. So many columns means definitely so many information is there into the data set. We have the category column, we have city column, we have country, we have customer ID, we have customer name, order ID, order date. Okay, and you can even observe, guys, that in the order date, there's a date hierarchy we have. It means that we have a proper year, quarter, month, and day-wise function over here. Okay. So now, guys, if I first want to understand that the sales by category, okay, or let's say sales by category and month, if I want to get this particular information, so let's see that how we can get that information over here. Okay. Now, I will first try to explore, guys, the charts which we have on the very first in the very first row. Okay. Now, in the very first row, guys, you can see that we have actually two kind of a chart. Definitely, this two charts we have, but these two charts are actually segmented in a different version. So, we have a stack column chart, a stack bar chart, then clustered bar chart, clustered column chart, and similarly 100% stack bar and 100% stack column chart. Okay. So firstly, guys, I will take a simple clustered column chart and let's see that what I can actually create it over here. Okay. So you all can do the same thing, guys. You can click on this clustered column chart, and let's see that by using this chart, is if I'm able to collect that information which I require. Okay. So I want to see the cell by category. Okay. So let's say that which particular category giving me the maximum cell and which particular category is giving me the minimum cell if I want to understand that. Now for that, guys, you can select that clustered column chart and we can try to bring this category, guys, into the x-axis. Okay, very simple step. And similarly, guys, now if I want to see the cells corresponding to each category, there may be three categories we have. So I can try to drag these cells onto the y-axis. Now you can see, guys, that in a very simple steps. Okay. And definitely, guys, directly on the y-axis, we are getting the sum of cells. Okay. So you can see, guys, just in 2 steps, you are able to create the very first chart into the Power BI. And this chart gives you a very important information because let's say if there are any firm or the organization dealing in three categories, now you can see, guys, that which particular category giving you the maximum sales. Okay. Now, if I try to make a comparison over here, guys, so definitely the furniture comes on the top. Okay. So I think from the furniture, we are getting the maximum sell, 81,167. Then we have on the second, I think these two are very close. Technology, 86.5 thousand, and the minimum sale, guys, we are getting for the office supply. So although, guys, all the three categories are doing better, this is what you can observe. So because definitely, guys, all the three categories are actually giving you the let's say a similar kind of output, or let's say the similar kind of cells, if I talk about it. Okay. So I hope guys that every one of you able to create like this sum of cells by category with a column chart. Okay. Yeah. Is it done for everyone? Anyone who is stuck, let's say like anywhere? Yeah, guys, is it done for everyone? Okay, just one or two people are responding. Okay, so we got this information, but let's say that this information is actually maybe we actually know, or we actually want, or we actually require, let's say, more information from here. Okay, for second days. Okay, so now guys, let's say that I want like more information from here. Okay. Now in that case, guys, what we can do, we can try to shift from a simple column chart, or I can say the clustered column chart, from to, let's say, something called as a stack column chart. Okay, now when I say stack column chart, guys, it means that you can try to add actually more information, or you can try to extract, let's say, the more information by from a similar like a looking chart, or maybe a similar like a similar type of chart. Okay, so it's again like a column chart, but it is not going to be the same clustered column chart. It is going to be a stack column chart. Okay, now let's see guys that how it looks like. So in that case, guys, what we can do, we have this clustered column chart, and then we also have this stack column chart over here. Now, what I can do, I can click on this stack column chart. Now, as soon as guys you click on the stack column chart, so the same clustered column chart will be converted into the stack column chart. And then I can try to add probably, let's say, the more information over here. Okay. So what I will do, I will just try to take the category from here. Okay. So what you can guys then do the same thing. Just try to remove the category from the x-axis, and instead of putting the category onto the x-axis, you can try to take the month over there. Okay, so you can try to take the order date, drag it and drop it inside the x-axis. And then you guys can try to just remove the year, quarter, and just left with a month. Okay, so I hope guys you follow the same step. What you need to do is just try to drag the order date onto the x-axis, and then from there, since it's a date hierarchy, so it must contain year, quarter, month, and date. Now you have to just cross year, quarter, and date, and just try to have the month over here. Okay, is it done? Is it done, guys?
Yes, done.
Okay. Now, after this, what can be the next step? So right now, again, guys, this is giving me the similar kind of information. What we have just done, we just remove that category and add the like a month over there. So what I can do in order to make it more informative, we can try to bring, let's say, the category again, and now this time I can try to drop it inside a legend. Okay. Now, once you are able to bring this category into the legend, now you can see guys that your like a chart will be more informative, because now it is not just containing the information of like sales by category. Now it is actually containing the information sales by month and category together. Okay. Okay. So first, first, please let me know that you have completed till this part, till this. Yeah. Now, guys, once this is done, what we can do now in order to make it like more informative or more interactive, this chart. Okay, so you can definitely, guys, click on this focus mode and can see that what are all the informations are there. Because let's say if the size of the font are very small and we are not able to check it, so you can definitely go onto the focus mode and can definitely visualize it. Okay, but along with that, guys, let me tell you that. If I can even try to format this whole chart. Because let's say right now I'm getting this let's say the different bars over here, and I can probably observe that, let's say, what is happening. So in the month of March, if I can talk about it, so yeah, definitely the month of March, the sale for the office appliances are very low. Okay, that is what we can observe. Similarly, in maybe some other month, let's say in month of November, the sale of the technology items are very high. Okay, but let's say, guys, that if I want to put these numbers inside these bars itself. Okay, so because right now, guys, what I need to do is, okay, I need to every time, guys, I need to go on to that particular bar, and then I can see the numbers. Okay, if I hover on the bars, then only I can see the numbers. But if I want to put it inside the bar itself, if I want to put those numbers inside the bar itself and make it visually if and want to make it visually like appealing. So in that case, guys, you can see that inside this visualization pane itself, and since you selected this particular chart right now, so if you click on this format, you actually have all these options of formatting. Okay, so I can start from the very top. Okay, so let's say I can go into the general, and right now, guys, my title is sum of sales by month and category. Let's say that if I want to increase it, if I want to make it bold, or if I want to bring it into the middle, yeah. Or even if you want to change the color for it, each and everything, guys, is actually possible over here. So I think the black one is fine. So this is what the editing or the formatting you can do. Okay. Similarly, guys, this is just one thing I have done over here right now. I can again go on to my visual, and then I want to get the numbers over here. Okay, that's what I told you, that I want to get the numbers over here itself. So for that, guys, at the bottom, you can see there's something called the data labels. Okay, right now these data labels are actually off. I can simply try to on it. Okay, I can see, guys, that the numbers are visible. Okay, if you think that the numbers are very small and probably not so anyone is not able to see it, or even anyone not able to understand it, you again have this option to increase the size or make it bold. Okay, so all these formattings, guys, are actually possible. Similarly, uh, on the x-axis, guys, I can see the month name. Okay, it is quite good, but let's say maybe not visible, so you can actually add it. Instead of that, you can remove the title from there. Okay, I think for the y-axis we don't need this integration because I can see the numbers over here itself. Okay, so in a similar way, guys, all these options you can try to add, you can try to remove, or whatever the other formattings you want. Okay, so let's say if you want some other formatting, changing the color or anything, all these formattings, guys, are actually possible over here. So we have our legend over here. So from the legend, if you want to change the like a title or text, anything, guys, everything is actually possible over here. Okay. Similarly, there's a grid line in the middle if you want to remove it. In the columns, guys, we have this color. So if you want to get rid of it, or if you want some other color, so everything guys is actually over there itself in the formatting option. Okay, it depends upon you that how much formatting you want to do. Okay, so if you are happy with these like a formatting, it is fine. If you think that the more formatting can be done, so yes, you can try to add it. Okay, now guys, since the numbers are visible, I can clearly observe that probably what is happening in each month and what is happening in every month with let's say with respect to the different categories. Okay, and the categories color guys are already there already over there on the top. Okay, so you can clearly observe that in the month of August, the maximum sale is actually come from let's say that first two categories, that is technology and office supplies. Okay, so for every month, guys, if you want to see that top selling category and if you want to see the least selling category, you can actually observe that. Okay. So in the month of May, the maximum sale coming from the office appliances, whereas the minimum sale come from the furniture. Okay. So you can even observe that maybe which category is actually suited for which month. Okay. So month wise, the analysis you can try to add it over here because of this stack like a column chart. Earlier with the clustered column chart, we are able to add just one information. Okay. Is that clear, guys, to everyone till this part? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt or any query to anyone from this particular chart? Okay, great. Now, guys, going ahead, we can even talk about the next. So similarly, guys, I will today, as I told you, that we'll talk about few of the basic charts over here. So guys, the in the first row, whatever the charts you can see, like the stack column chart and the bar chart. So we have these six charts are actually giving you the similar kind of information. So even let's say if you want to see the bar chart, so definitely guys, nothing will happen. The like right now you're getting the vertical bars. If you want a bar chart, the same bars will get flipped and you'll get this horizontal bars. Okay, so now going forward guys, let's come on to the second type of chart which we have over here. Now guys, the second common, or I can say the basic charts which we have and we are going to use a lot in the upcoming sessions as well, that's a pie chart and the donut chart. Okay, now guys, the pie chart or donut chart actually gives you a similar kind of information at every time. Okay, so if I talk about this column pie or donut chart, so these both the charts actually give you a similar kind of information at any point of a time. So the information guys are nothing but, let's say that if I talk about these charts, the pie and the donut, so they gives you the percentage distribution of any category. Okay, so let's say if I want to see the category by sales, or sorry, if I want to see the sales by category, so it will give you the percentage distribution. Okay, so what percent of the total sales coming from, let's say, the furniture, what percent of the total sales coming from let's say the home appliances, and what percent of the total sales coming from, let's say, the technology. Okay, now guys, we already get this information, we already observe it with a column chart, so I don't want to carry forward the similar type. Now there are other columns as well, guys. So the pie chart and the donut chart is mainly utilized with the column where there may be three, four, or maximum five or six categories. Okay, so because if there are more than six category, then it becomes quite clumsy. Okay, so it becomes quite cluttered. If I try to take, let's say, any column which is having more than six or seven categories. So let's say, guys, that we have some column over here called this reason column. Okay. Now, if I want to see the percentage distribution, okay, so I don't want to see that how many sales coming from each region. Okay, so definitely it might be possibility that 40,000 of sales or maybe 50,000 of sales coming from each region. So I don't want to see that. I want to see that what percentage of the total cells coming from, let's say, the different region. Okay, so like what percent of the total cell coming from the north region, then what percentage of the total cells coming from the south region, what percentage of the total cell coming from the east region, and same goes for the west region. Let's say if I want to analyze that part. So in that scenario, guys, in each of that scenario, we can actually use something called as a let's say the donut chart. So I will click on this donut chart. Now again, guys, this visual will appear on like over here. Now you can try to increase the size as much as you want. Okay. Now what I can do, I can try to bring the reason. Okay. So the column for which I want to see that percentage distribution, I can try to bring the reason into the legend, and then I can try to drag the cells into the values. Okay. Now I can see, guys, that there are definitely four regions, and now you're getting the percentage distribution, guys, of for each region. Okay. So definitely, guys, over here we don't have the same percentage distribution. You can simply observe that if I talk about the maximum cell, guys, so the maximum cells are actually coming from this region. I think a central region. Okay, so from the central region, around 32% of the total cells coming from the central region, followed by, let's say, the followed by south and east region. And the least cell, if I talk about it, so the least cell are actually coming from the west region. So this is what, guys, we can observe by looking into this chart. Okay. Now, definitely, again, guys, if I want to get more information, or if I want to make this particular donut chart a bit more informative, so again, guys, multiple things can be done. Okay. Now, what is that multiple things which can be done over here? So right now, guys, you're getting you're just getting the cells by region. Now, let's say that if I want to see, let's say, if I want to analyze maybe one or two things together. Now, in that case, guys, we have something called as a detail over here. So let's say if I remove this from here, and then if I take this season into the details, let's say, and if I take this category into the season, okay. Now you can see, guys, that instead of having just two bucket, now three bucket, I have now 12 buckets over here. And now you can see what is happening. So let's see that again, this is a central region, and you can see that the central region are actually divided into uh, sorry, the furniture category. Sorry, I think this is not the central region. This is the furniture category. So the for like I think we are getting the category wise. Okay, so for each reason, for how many cells are actually coming for each category from like a different region. I guess we can develop it in this way, which is more much better. Yeah. So yeah, now it is this whole are the central region. Now you can see that from the central region, so definitely we observe that the maximum cells are coming from the central region. So actually, guys, even if you take this numbers, if you take the sum of it, okay, so 11.75 plus 10.81 plus 9.31, so it definitely comes out to be 31.87, whatever you are getting it over there. Now I can see, guys, that total cells, if I try to bifurcate it, okay. So in that bifurcation, guys, so the maximum cells are actually coming from the technology, followed by the office appliances, and the least, guys, are the furniture. Similarly, guys, if I just go for the south region, now in the south region, let's see that which category is giving the maximum cell. So in the south region, guys, the maximum cells are actually coming from the office supplies and the technology, and the list are again coming from the furniture. Then if you go to the let's say east region, now in the east region, you can see that again maximum cells are. So you can see, guys, that this is quite interesting that in the east region, the maximum cells are coming from the furniture. Okay, whereas in the other regions, the maximum cells are coming from either from the office appliances and the technology. Okay. Finally, guys, if you go into the west region, so again into the west region, the maximum cells are coming from the office appliances. uh, and the least are coming from the technology. Okay, so in this way, guys, you can see that you are actually getting like more information over here if you just try to like add reason and category together. Okay, now definitely, guys, from like definitely if you want to share this information to the stakeholder or to your manager, so definitely you need to take a note of it. Or if you want to, again, guys, let me show you one more thing. Okay, because you might think that, okay, this is quite, let's say, the lot of information, then how I can remember this, or I need to maybe write it down somewhere, or maybe something like that. So in that case, guys, let's say for every visual, okay, so if you're trying to draw any visual, guys, over here, so you're getting like these options. Let's say that if you anytime want to if anytime if you want to get a, let's say, the summary of it, or let me show you that we have some summary part, or the, one second. Yeah. So guys, now again, so this is again, guys, a narrative part. So narrative part means if I want to get a narration of like this particular chart, so there are two things, guys. So definitely, if I take this custom version, so it definitely makes a mistake. Okay, so if I'm probably not able to get the entire information over here. So definitely with a Copilot, because it's again a kind of a chat GPT or AI thing. So it gives me that better information. But at the same time, guys, let me tell you that this Copilot thing is actually supported if I have this organizational mail ID. Okay. So since I have this, I don't have this organizational mail ID. You can see that I'm not able to sign in over here. So I am probably not able to just use this Copilot. So if I go ahead with this custom, so it actually create a narration. Still, it will create the narration for me. Okay. And that narration will be nothing but that is simply the summary of let's say this particular chart. Okay, so what I can do, I can try to bring this chart, or maybe I can try to resize it. Okay, and then I can try to bring it at the bottom. I can try to increase the size for it. Okay, now we see, definitely now this size can also be increased. So this is how, guys, you can even see that now definitely this is actually the narration, guys, which comes like directly from in a custom way. Definitely there's no like AI support over here. So you're not getting maybe a very good analysis over here. But now, guys, there's an option for you that you can definitely try to enhance it. Okay. So whatever the information you have collected and you think that, okay, these are the important information. Now you can try to segregate it. You can try to note it down in terms of the points before, let's say, before like publishing this report, or before sharing this report to with your client or with your manager. Okay. Now, definitely, guys, in this chart as well, there are multiple formatting can be done. Okay, so just like we have done in the last one. So one important formatting, guys, which I can probably try to do it over here is I can try to add this all detail labels so that this like the numbers, this value will appear. I can try to make it bold so that the numbers are properly visible. Okay. And similarly, guys, whatever I have done with my previous one, I can try to bring the title in the middle. Okay. So now, guys, this looks much better. Okay. And even, guys, if you want to get if you want some different colors for your like the slices, So I think that option is also there for you. You can definitely try to maybe update the colors over here. Okay, so maybe if this option will come into this somewhere that you can try to explore it from here. Okay. So that is another thing, guys. But for a timing, let's say that this is what we are actually able to get. So you can see now I just try to add like for each category. So the category name is also appearing over here. Okay. So earlier, guys, I need to hover on it, but now I am having that category name as well. Okay. And definitely, guys, we have these color differentiation over here for different regions. Okay. And at the bottom, guys, you have this narration field. So definitely, if you want to update it, if we want to update it according to our choice, so yes, we can try to add maybe more points, or you can try to change the point, which is right now over here. Okay. Is it clear, guys, to everyone? This donut chart. Yeah. Any question or doubt with respect to this donor chart, guys, to anyone? Okay, so now let me name it as a donut chart over here. Okay, and I hope guys that yeah, definitely many of you are actually following this. Getting text, Lakshmi, I think that you'll get from this side. You have this narrative. Okay, so just click on it and you'll get that the page over here. Yeah, got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now move on to the next one, guys. Let's see that what maybe the next basic chart we can try to create it over here. Now, guys, I told you about two things. Okay, so the first is if I want to see some for any categorical data, if I want to see their respected sales, or if I want to see their respected profit. Now, in that case, guys, we can use that the column chart or maybe the bar chart, or I can we can try to use, let's say, the clustered column chart, or maybe the like a stack column chart. Okay, so these are the options we have. Now, similarly, guys, going forward with the donor chart, we observe that we can get the percentage distribution over here. So this again comes up with the new information, new kind of information, which I can call as a percentage distribution. Now, similarly, guys, going forward, now after this, guys, whatever the different charts we have, every chart having their own information, so own way of, let's say, the sharing the information. Okay, so like if I talk about these two charts over here, which is the line chart and the area chart. Okay, so if I talk about these two charts, line chart and the area chart, now both the charts, guys, are actually giving me the similar information, which I can call as a trend. Okay. So in any chart, guys, or especially if I have some stock data, or if I have some price data, okay, and if I want to see that how the trend is going on, okay, so let's say I want to buy some stock, or if I want to let's say do some investment somewhere, okay, and I want to definitely observe that what is the previous record. Okay, so how this particular stock is actually doing previously. Okay, now in that case, guys, we can use something called as a line chart or the area chart over there. Now similarly, guys, if I talk about with respect to this data set, so this data set, guys, actually contains definitely a very important information. Let's say we have a data, guys, for different years. Okay, so if I go to the table view, and if I just click on the orders again, and if I see the order date over here, guys, So you can probably observe, guys, that we have a data for different years. Okay, so we have a data for 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and maybe more. Okay. Now, if I want to observe, guys, that how's the trend going on? Okay, so let's say this is what, guys, every e-commerce website or every startup. Okay, so let's say if you start any new business, then also you want to you want to see that how your business is actually growing over the years. Okay, so over the years, whether the sales are actually increases, or over the years where the sales are actually decreases. Okay, or if there is any let's say up and down, let's say in the journey of 4 years, or in the journey of 10 years, if there is any up and down, or if there is a lot of up and down in your like a journey. Okay, now, any of these things, guys, if I want to observe, I can actually use something called as a line chart or the area chart over there. Okay. So in that case, guys, what I can do, I can click on this line chart. Now, this is the line chart, guys, we have. Now I can try to explore it. Now, in this line chart, guys, I want to see that like over the period of time, how the sales are actually going. Okay, so whether I'm getting more sales or whether I'm getting less sale or whatever it is. So in that case, guys, what I can do, I can try to take this order date onto the x-axis. Okay. Now it again comes, guys, with multiple things: year, quarter, month, and day. Now we need to decide that whether I want to see my journey, whether I want to analyze my journey yearly, quarterly, monthly, or on a daily basis. So I want to analyze it right now on a yearly basis. I will click on this year, and then on the y-axis, I will simply take the sales. Now, guys, this is right now the scenario we have. Now, what the scenario tells you that in 2017, we started with the sale of 66,668. So this is the total sales we have done in the year 2017, means the year from when we have started. And then in 2018, there's a massive dip. Okay, there's a massive dip, and we are able to do the sale of just 54,000. Okay. Then in 2019, the number increases. We got up to 61,905. And in 2020, there's again a massive hit. We got the maximum number, that is 673,000. It means, guys, that from the starting, if I talk about it from the starting 2017, so there's a 2 years of struggle, like in 2018 and 19, and finally in 2020, they're getting let's say the like maybe the sales more than like what they're able to achieve in the first year. Now, guys, this is this is a simple line chart which actually shows the trend, which actually shows that how the sales are actually going on with respect to the different years. Now, the same thing, guys, again, in the same chart, if I want to make it more informative, okay, so more informative means if I want to see the same thing, that, okay, this is fine, that let's say we got this we got some like a kind of a dip in the year 2018, and then but then the sales are actually increases, and then it keep on increasing in 2020. But if I want to bifurcate it now, if I want this information in let's say in a bifurcation, and in that case, guys, I want to break down this information up to one more like a step. I want to break it down till the region. Okay, so I want to see this progress. I want to analyze this progress report region wise. Okay. Now, in that case, guys, what we can do now, you have this reason column over here. Okay. Now, this reason column, I can try to bring it into the legend. Okay. Now you're getting 4 lines over here, guys, and you can actually see that that particular dip, which was actually happened, that is actually coming from the central region. Whereas if I talk about the other two regions, like the west region are actually doing good. Okay, so even at the starting, or if I talk about this time, so this is fine. So you can actually try to analyze this whole thing reason wise right now. Okay, but this one problem, guys, that this whole chart which we are getting right now over here, this whole chart, guys, is actually uh this whole chart, guys, right now is we are getting that single lines, guys, over here. Okay, And now, definitely, guys, this if I just look at this chart as a client, so this doesn't seems good. Okay, this doesn't like looks very uh, interactive to me. Okay, now in that case, guys, we can try to just convert this line chart into the area chart just by clicking on it. Okay, now this becomes a area chart. Okay, and at the same time, guys, after making this as a let's say the area chart, we can even try to add a little bit of more information. Okay, or I can even try to make it as a stack area chart. Okay, so even this one is also having some ups and downs, and I'm not able to properly understand it. So I can convert it into the stack area chart. So now, guys, you're getting this in a much like a better way. Still, you're getting the same number over there. That's not a problem. And now, what we can do, we can, in order to make it, let's say, more informative, I can try to add the data labels, and I can try to just make it visible so that the number should be visible over there. Similarly, guys, this into this data labels, let me do one more thing. Okay. So I think okay, these are only related to the color option. We don't actually require it to change the color option right now. Okay, we don't want this as a whole. Even we don't want this as a whole. I think it is already coming on the top, so we don't require it over here. Uh, and finally, we can just try to do whatever we had done earlier so that it looks similar. Okay. Now I can see, guys, that in a stack like area chart, we are getting these numbers as what has happened into the central region in 2017. Okay, so you can see, guys, that as soon as we hover on this, we're getting the data for for all of this. Okay, so in the central region, guys, you can see that this is actually the area of a central region. So in the central region, there's a cell of 27,000 in 2017. Then it goes down. Okay, and actually, guys, for each region, actually the sales are actually goes down. Okay, so even you can see that for the South region, in 2017, it was 15,900 something. Sorry, 16,000 actually. Then for the East region, it is 12,000, and for the West region, it is 11,000. Now, if I come over here, guys, you can see that again for each of these region, guys, this thing actually goes slightly down, and the maximum dip, guys, is actually come for the central region. Okay, and that you can see, guys, with this area also. Okay, then definitely, guys, since it is actually increases in the 2019 and simultaneously in 2020, so that's the overall progress as well. Okay, because we actually observe that the maximum of the cells of if I talk about the entire regions, so the maximum cells are actually coming from the central region. Okay, and definitely, guys, that is what you can observe over here also, that the effect of the central region. Okay, because if I talk about the other reason, guys, so that other reasons are not actually covering that much of area, which is actually covered by, let's say, this. Okay, which is actually covered by this. Let's say what I can see the. Uh, okay, what actually happened with this? So you can see that which is actually covered by the central region. Okay, so the maximum number of cells are actually covered by the central region, and that's why when there's a dip in the central region, massive dip in the central region, because in 2017 the cell was 26,000, and then it is just 10,000. So there's a massive dip in the central region, and that's why you observe that overall dip as well. Okay. And definitely, guys, the other regions also get affected with that in a similar way. But the margin is actually highest in the central region, followed by this one, which is the south region. Okay, so at least in this area. Okay, definitely, guys, you can see that like in the last year, which is like 2020. So in 2020, guys, there's a massive up also in the East region. Okay, so if I say, I think, yeah, this is the East region. So in the East region, guys, you can see that in 2019 we got a sell of like 12,000 from this region, but in 2020 it becomes 21,000. Okay, so you can see, guys, that with the help of this area also, with the help of the size of the area also, you can actually understand that in which phase, which region is actually performing better. Okay, so definitely the central region is outperformed throughout the all the regions. But if I talk about the last year, guys, between 2019 and between 2019 to 2020, in this phase, this particular region actually performed better. Okay. So in the last phase, in the last year, this particular region performed better because of the size of the area. You can actually understand this. Okay. So definitely, guys, this all like a charts, these all these like a basic charts, guys, actually share a lot of information. Okay. So similarly, this is what I can say, the area chart again. The area line, whatever you call it. Now, this chart again share a very important information, and that you're not actually dependent on just one thing. Okay, so you can see, guys, that with the single chart, you are able to analyze not only the year, but you're able to analyze, let's say, the reason as well in the same chart. Okay, so that is what, guys, make these things more powerful. So in a similar way, guys, that when you try to take this like a ribbon chart or the funnel chart, waterfall chart, so with each chart, guys, there's a different kind of information you're getting. And ultimately, guys, you can say that the more insightful information you are getting with each and every chart. Okay, with each of these different charts which are actually present over here. And then at the end of the day, guys, we also have this like a tables, matrix, filter. Okay, so this is one of the most useful thing, guys, which I will show you at the end, that how you can add this slicer and how can you can actually utilize it. Okay, so still, guys, there are a lot of charts which are left, which I will take it one by one. Okay, so I think today, I think in the first session itself, we have covered around maybe 6 or 7 chart together. Okay, so right now in the writing, it looks like 3 chart, but I guess you understood that. Okay, we covered around 6 or 7 charts, and definitely, guys, the remaining chart will be covered tomorrow. And then, guys, we'll move on to the more advanced thing, like we will go. We'll try to understand the step-by-step process where the first come as a data transformation. And the important thing, guys, we are going to discuss, that is how to write any formula, how to create any new column, and make the things more interesting. Okay. So yeah, guys, please let me know if there is any doubt or question you guys have, like from tomorrow's session. Anything to anyone?
I
Yeah,
think
guys.
I think the insights which you have given is quite helpful, but it requires a lot of practice, I guess. So tomorrow, I think there will be a lot of doubt sessions from my side actually, because I'm using Mac, so I'm not able to do the hands-on experience as of now. So maybe tomorrow I
No,
will be coming up with certain questions, I guess.
yeah, perfectly fine. Actually, even we want this because in the tool training, especially the tools where we are mostly using drag and drop things, not writing any code. uh, it like the session cannot be even go for 15 days if no questions are coming from anywhere. Okay, so definitely it's good that if you guys can come up with the questions, and if you can solve it in a class itself, maybe by taking control or by any way. Okay, anything else, guys?
What
uh,
are the topics that you would be covering for tomorrow, Shivam? Like, if you could just give.
I think in the first half, I think still a lot of charts are left. So I think in the first half, like we still need to cover those remaining chart first, and then if the time left, then we'll go for the next step. But I think the next right now the next step is to cover all the charts, which is still which we can see on this visualization pane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, me too using Mac, so I couldn't download and try this. So can't we use the web version?
You can check actually, guys. I don't have like more idea about it because I didn't have this kind of a thing.
Can I
I
just
think
interrupt
Mac
here?
user can also use it, but yeah, I think they're using it in some what you said that like a web version or something like that. So you
Okay.
can check it out.
Because I tried logging into the web version, but I
Hmm.
couldn't sign in. That's why I asked you if you could please give information on that tomorrow, please. You can.
Lakshmi, there is, if you type it in Google for the Microsoft desktop version, you get it both for the Mac as well as the desktop Windows version. So you can
Okay.
use that link and you can download it. It's
Okay.
available.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's quite useful if you guys already having a map and doing it. You guys can help it in a way. Okay, guys. So anything else from my side if you require? Uh, I don't have any. Rohit, I don't have this recorded video. You need to ask to the PPDC team for this.
And they told that they will be providing recorded video.
Yeah, then you can definitely ask them. They will provide you.
Okay.
You can actually take that if there is any material from my end. I think I already shared the data set. I think if you want, I can also share this Power BI file with you. That's what I can do.
Also, would we be receiving the PPT also that you have created?
Okay, PPT also I can share with you. That's fine. So PPT and the Power BI file, these are the two things I will share from my end. Okay, so I will put it in the same what I can say. I can share it within the same like a link drive. Okay, and I will share the link with you guys.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, guys. So I guess that's all from today. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye bye. Good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good night.